Um, I think for me, the key to my free throw shooting is just having a rhythm, having a routine, something that you do every time, and then just getting a lot of repetitions and practice. And a lot of it is mental. You have to be able to have the physical. You have to be able to have a good touch and all that rotation on the ball, but at the same time, like the mental aspect of it's really important too. Kind of just clearing your mind, relaxing, and going through your emotions.
Yeah. What's your routine like? Do you have a routine, and what is it? And how do you practice free throws?
Yeah, practice them the same way I shoot them in the game. Like try to practice it the same way every time, so you can kind of get into that rhythm when you're shooting. And I always take a deep breath. I'll align my right foot with the nail in the middle of the line that aligns me with the center of the basket. Take a deep breath, a couple dribbles, and then bending my knees and then shooting the ball.
A lot of people, they say practice free throws are different from game free throws because of the pressure, and you're maybe a little more tired, a little more worn out. What goes through your mind the moment that the whistle blows, you've been fouled and you're going to the line, that maybe 15, 20 seconds there before you're getting ready to shoot a free throw? What are you thinking about during that moment?
I would say one of the big things is calming yourself down, because the adrenaline of a basketball game, you really get your adrenaline going. The speed of the game is pretty fast, and when you get on the free throw line, you want to kind of slow yourself down and relax, so you're able to have a soft touch. So in that period, I really try to kind of relax, catch my breath, and making sure I'm slowing things down.
How much of it, you mentioned how free throws are mental, how much of it is mental, especially late in the game, late in a close game, when you got to step to the line and hit a 1-and-1 or two big shots towards the end of the game?
Yeah, the thing is, mentally, like if it's a big shot, you really need to make it. You can't really think about the implications of it. You just have to go and shoot it like you've shot all the times in practice. So you really just step to the line and focus on your routine, you focus on your rhythm, because those are things that don't change, and you really have to lock into those.
You mentioned with your routine that you line yourself up with the nail. Do you take a certain amount of dribbles? Do you say you take a deep breath? Do you do anything like physically besides lining up with the nail, like maybe 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles? How do you approach that right before you're about to shoot it?
Yeah, I take two dribbles, keep my eyes on the rim, just so I kind of get a gauge for the distance, and then after the 2 dribbles, I bend my knees, and then that's when I lift the ball up and shoot it.
What do you think? I mentioned those stats to you before. What do you think? Why haven't guys improved on free throws, even though the free throws have been the same shot since almost the beginning of basketball, basically? Why do you think that? Why do you think that might be?
Yeah,
I don't theorize.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really interesting point that you came up with. And it's.
Is it hard to practice, or like because guys don't? I talk to some guys; they don't like practicing them necessarily.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing. Is shooting them in practice is definitely different than shooting them in games, but so is shooting a 3-point shot for that matter. So I don't know why things like that would improve, but free throws haven't. But I would say free throws definitely, for me, are something that you kind of have to. It's a different shot. I would consider it like the touch is the same. If you have good touch on your 3-point shot, you typically have a good touch on free throws, but it's a completely different shot. I'll say that. And there can be guys that are good 3-point shooters, and then they can be poor free throw shooters, and there can be guys that can't shoot threes but can shoot free throws really well. So it's a different shot. It's something that you have to work on that's separate from a normal jump shot.
Does Coach Collins have any drills or any like quotas on shooting free throws for you guys, or some guys you have to run extra laps if you don't make free throws at the end? Does he do anything to make you guys practice them?
Yeah, at the end of most practices, we shoot free throws, and usually our our goal is either to hit 5 in a row or to make 8 out of 10 as a team. And usually, if we don't, then we're on the line getting some extra running in. And then kind of in the preseason and the off season, we always have quotas. We have to shoot a certain number of hundreds of free throws each week, and we chart it, and we turn the sheet in. Each individual does, and then those numbers are put up on the board in the locker room just to see how everyone's percentage is and how it's improving.
Did anybody get a reward or anything like that for best free throw shooter? Or?
No, there wasn't really any reward, but just seeing your name at the top of the list was always kind of a reward in itself.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're putting in the time and getting better at it, and shooting the best percentage on the team.
Yeah, for sure. Drew, appreciate it.